Boy, that is a peppy little car there. The Bricklin's a fun car.
A true competitor to Corvette.
It was.
True competitor.
Now, some years later, John DeLorean came up with his own car, and he was associated with Malcolm Bricklin in the early days, too.
Yeah. John DeLorean was good friends with Malcolm Bricklin, and of course, John DeLorean had a great history at General Motors, and he decided to start his own car company also.
The DeLorean Motor Company.
Correct. Originally, all the original work was DSV, not DMC. Because John DeLorean also wanted to produce a safety vehicle. So originally, his prototype was called DeLorean Safety Vehicle 1. That was Bricklin SV1.
Oh.
And so the lawyers of the world said, you know, I don't think that
so.
SV1 is the ideal way to go.
So what year?
This is a 1981.
And was that the first year?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, John DeLorean, I got to give him credit, actually produced more than 3 times what Malcolm Bricklin did. Okay, so entrepreneurs are always competitive to one another. So John DeLorean could always pat himself and said, Malcolm, I produced 3 times more cars than you did before we went bankrupt.
Yay. So the number, what, about 6,000 or something?
No, 9,000.
Oh, 9,000.
They made
a
little over 9,000 DeLoreans. They actually, again, like all these companies, John DeLorean and Malcolm, they were great marketing geniuses, but they were not really automotive engineers. And so, again, like Malcolm Bricklin had his dealership network set up, John DeLorean, same thing. He had the dealership network set up. He was ready to be booking orders. Now we just had to build the vehicle.
Oh, there is that.
And that takes a little longer than you usually think it does, okay? And so just like Malcolm Bricklin had all types of production issues with his Bricklin, John DeLorean had production issues.
Well, these were built in New Brunswick, Canada.
New Brunswick,
These were built in
Belfast, Northern Ireland. And so John DeLorean, again, an American, building a vehicle to be sold only in America. But to produce the vehicle, he ended up going to Northern Ireland. There was a lack of employment. And so John DeLorean approached the people over there and said, hey, I'd like to build an auto factory. I'm going to employ about
bring a bunch of jobs,
2,500 people. And these are going to be good paying jobs, and we're going to build automobiles. So they basically gave him a factory, built onto that factory, and invested almost $300 million into the facility.
Wow.
So
that's a lot of money.
Where Malcolm operated on $20 million, just 6 years later, John DeLorean had $300 million.
Wow.
And that's a lot of money.
Yes.
And so these vehicles, when they came out, he called them the DMC-12. And his dream was he could sell this vehicle originally for $12,000. But with stagflation occurring in the 1970s, the actual sticker price of this vehicle is about $26,000.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money in 1980.
Yeah.
John DeLorean, you have to give him credit. Beautiful stainless steel body.
Well, that was unique.
He had been in Michigan. He saw what Michigan winters were. They don't plow the snow in Michigan. They just salt the snow, okay? I've lived in Michigan in the wintertime. I can tell you there's 6 inches of snow on the ground. It's still snowing. And the salt trucks run, okay? Because that guarantees that your car will rust out in 3 years.
Sell you another one.
And we'll sell you another one, okay? So
brilliant. Now, how did these doors operate? Were they, are they air or are they?
These are air operated.
Okay.
Yeah. Very quickly they learned they weren't going to go with a hydraulic system. One of the major problems that DeLorean had is, even though the Bricklin, as you saw when you drove it, is really a Corvette competitor.
Yeah.
Okay? The DeLorean had that supercar look, but its performance, it was a dog. It was a 2.8 liter or 174 cubic inch engine, only 130 horsepower. And so with a 5-speed, the 0 to 60 time of 11
Wow.
seconds.
Whoa.
As an automatic transmission, it was 11 seconds.
Wow.
Okay, that's slow. And don't worry, we have a 5-speed in this vehicle. This was the fast version. It was about 9.5 seconds.
Wow.
To go from 0 to 60. And top speed only 109 miles per hour.
So it really wasn't a performance car at all.
It was not a performance car at all. It was a dog. Okay, I don't use that terminology very often.
But it
was a dog. Okay, the look of it, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And a nice cockpit, and oh, I like this. It comes with your stainless steel car care kit.
Yes.
It's part of the deal, right?
Because what they discovered with stainless steel is people don't know how to clean it, and stainless steel does get extremely dirty fast.
Yeah.
Shows fingerprints,
Like
grease,
crazy.
everything. That's an extremely rare item because most people used it up
And then
threw it away.
Yeah. A nice interior, though. I mean, the seats look pretty comfy.
Very comfortable, and this vehicle only has 174 original miles.
Oh, wow.
So it's
Huge.
virtually a brand new vehicle. Now these vehicles, once DeLorean filed for bankruptcy, dealers just dumped them. So this had a sticker price of about $26,000. Dealers were selling these for 50% off.
Wow.
And you run your own. You know, no warranty, no nothing.
Good luck. Well, so let's have a look at the anemic power plant that moves this around, and it's not up here.
No, the 2.8 liter is not in the front of the vehicle.
But plenty of storage. Plenty of
Lots
storage
of
space.
storage, which is really good. It's actually in the back of the vehicle. Now, this is actually kind of unique from a rear louvered window point of view. If you think of the 6970 Mach 1 Mustangs with that louvering, again, very stylish. It looks like, man, this could be a really fast performance car.
It does look like that.
It has that great look, okay?
So-
now you lift this up and
you don't see much.
you don't see much. The engine is actually hid, so and get my hand there, and I'm gonna pull the release lever,
There we go.
and
So it's a rear facing V6, right? I
Correct.
guess. Wow.
very tight area to work, but a little more room actually than the Bricklin that we looked at.
And it's a Renault engine, actually, correct?
Correct. Yeah. 2.8 liter, 130 horsepower.
You think you could crank more power out of that, wouldn't you?
You had something known as the EPA in the United States.
There was that, wasn't there? Okay, so it isn't very fast, but it still looks like fun. What do you say we?
Oh, you get a lot of attention.
All right, well let's drive around a little bit. What do you say?
Okay.
That's one.
And
That's two. Let's
Yep.
ride. Grab the strap and
Grab strap.
Close
pull it
up.
Down. Close it
Wow.
up tight.
okay.
Good sounding.
Yeah, it was
Close.
a pretty good close, wasn't it?
And I got a little bit of Dan Gertie bubble here.
Boy, you when you fold up into these cars, it's always pretty
I'm
funny.
going to use this bubble right here.
Oh, I think it wants us to put on our seatbelts too.
Oh, yeah.
This is the, it let us alone. This was
good.
the era of annoying beeps.
Beeps and buzzers.
And you know what? I said this about the Bricklin. I've never driven one of these before either.
Okay. First gear's not bad.
Yeah, you know, I like the seats. They,
Yeah.
you know, kind
Comfortable
of
seat.
nicely bolstered.
Yeah.
This isn't really made for a 6'5" guy like you, though, is it?
No, I'm looking literally at the inside part of the sun visor here. I'm kind of like, I think they need about 2 more inches on this windshield for height, or the seat needs to be 2 inches lower.
I'm actually surprised because this windshield is laid so flat.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you can see as well as you can out of it.
Yeah, you
Well,
actually
I
see
can
pretty
because I'm
good.
down here.
Yeah.
So you said the total production on these was
Little over 9,000
9,000.
vehicles. So I got to give the people in Northern Ireland credit. Their build quality was definitely better than the people in New Brunswick. You know, the build quality was
actually pretty good, huh?
actually pretty good. And they did spend, let's face it, more engineering design time to get the production right, which made a big difference, I think. In England and Northern Ireland, you know, there was other automotive companies that you could readily hire people. And, you know, a lot of the British car companies had disappeared in the 70s.
Yes.
And so when they said they were going to start production there in the, you know, quote, late 70s, early 80s,
they were like, yes.
They got a lot of experienced automotive technicians and engineers and everybody who wanted to get employment there. And so it was kind of a win-win situation. Now, granted, it wasn't in England itself, it was in Northern Ireland, but still, a good job is a good job.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's not too far away from home, and they had a good workforce. And if you look at the interior, you can definitely tell it's only 6 years newer than the Bricklin, but it gives you a lot more modern feel.
It gives me a real GM feel too, though, and that's not surprising. Just the way the gauging is even lettered feels very GM to me. But that's probably just DeLorean's background.
Yeah, John DeLorean was very successful at General Motors, and if you look, it's more of a luxury trim, and of course at $26,000 for a sticker price. It should be, because that's top dollar. You know, when the brand new Corvette body style came out in 1984, a fully loaded Corvette was right around $26,000. And in 1982, the new Corvette Collector's Edition was the first Corvette ever to go over $20,000 for a sticker price. DeLorean being at $26,000, that was a lot of money. You better get a really nice vehicle for that price.
It's not, you know, it has nowhere near the power with the Bricklin, but it still is enjoyable to drive.
Yeah.
This is the era of annoying beeps when you open things up. It just beeps. It's really not fun at all. Probably intentionally the most annoying sounds possible.
Now we're in the convertible mode.
I think I'll close it.
The 2.8 liter, I know you're not going to win any drag strip race in this vehicle, but you feel like you're going faster than 11 seconds, 60.
0 to 60.
0 to 60.
That's pretty sad, actually.
Oh yeah,
11 seconds.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of clunking and clanking in this car either. I mean, it's a
very
solid,
quiet, solid car.
Pretty good turning radius again.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a fun car. So until our next meeting, remember, honor the timeless classics. I'm Dennis Gage. Happy motoring.